So, guys, we must talk Brooke Bailey because if she is not the definition of unhinged, I don't know what is. Now, her actions in her face is just not matching up. I'm not sure what is the issue with Brooke. She is Evelyn on 10. And I don't know about y'all, but I am sick of it and over it, y'all. So let's get into this because, like I said, Brooke Bailey is definitely the epitome of unhinged.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh?
And guys, before we get into this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Listen, so we need to jump right into this. I understand that Brooke, her daughter passed away. Rest in peace to her daughter. But girl, the way you are acting on this show and the stuff that you are doing is getting tired and is old. Brooke is very nasty, and she's very disgusting. Her behavior is it's too much. So what I want to get into, I want to actually get into the event that Cheyenne had and how it went from 1,000 really, really fast, y'all. So let's kind of jump into that and kind of walk it back because in what I saw, and I watched it multiple times just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm going to put the ball in Brooke's court because I believe that she was the one that overreacted. Okay, guys, so let's jump into this. So, Brooke, as well as the other ladies, they were invited to Cheyenne's event. And as you guys know, Cheyenne did ask them to stand up. But I don't believe that the issue was that Brooke didn't stand up. It seems like Cheyenne and Brooke has some type of bad blood with each other. And I'm going to say this. If you guys remember earlier in the season, Brooke made a comment about Cheyenne, and it was they kind of bleeped it out, which should give you the indication that what she said was not made for television. So we was not able to hear what she said, but we know it was something disrespectful. Well, later on in the conversation, Cheyenne, obviously she approached Brooke, but Brooke felt as though that Cheyenne was calling her out. The reason why I'm doing this video is because obviously this is reality TV. There's going to be situations, but where it went left is when Brooke went totally left. And if you guys recall, they got into this back and forth in which Cheyenne was like, well, you know what? We're not going to do this here. And she started to invite them. She said, well, if you want to come, we're going to have drinks. And then Brooke said, and I'm coming. So she was just really nasty. And not only was she nasty, as they were saying, you got to leave. It just turned ugly. And she just went hood ratchet and to the left. So my thing is, I'm just not understanding why this woman is so unhinged and she's acting this way. Is she Evelyn's puppet? Because with her turning up like this, Evelyn is pretty much turned down because we don't need two fools being turned up. But I'm just not understanding, like, why is she so angry? I've been watching Basketball Wives for some time. Brooke has not been a regular on the show, so maybe I'm missing something. But I have saw her in, quite a few scenes where she has, she was very nasty. But for some reason, I didn't know that that was a part of her personality. And as I stated, guys, I had to watch it several times because to me, at first, it did look like it was kind of escalated by Cheyenne. But after rewatching it, what Cheyenne did is she went over to Brooke, and actually she was very nice and calm. It got out of hand when Brooke continued to say, don't call me out. And then she repeated what she said. She says, well, if I think something is, tasteless and classless, I'm going to call it out. And then, Brooke told her to choose her words wisely, but it seemed to be, they were going back and forth. So what Cheyenne did is she invited the other ladies to have drinks. She said, if you guys want to come and have drinks. And then Brooke inserted herself and basically, was like, well, I'm coming too. And then she stood up. And when she stood up, she's pointing her finger. And I'm just like, girl, this is all wrong. So at that point, you guys understand, when you have an event, you have security, because at this point, you're in this woman's face and you're pointing. So now, it can get out of hand. So what she said was security, she got to go, because at that point, you're at someone's event. I get it. You don't like that they called you out, but the part that you stood up and then you're pointing your finger when it did not seem to be that sort of, situation. And I don't believe that Brooke liked the fact that Cheyenne pretty much stood up to her and said, well, I get it, but, if I felt like something was classless and tasteless, I'm going to say that. And Brooke did not like that. And that is what escalated it. So not only did it escalate there, once they got outside, Brooke called one of the, and I'm going to say security, because I don't even know if it was a security guard, but as they left, some of the people came behind them. And I'm going to assume those people were coming out to make sure that they had left. And now I don't have no problems with anybody's sexuality, but I felt like what Brooke said, she said something about the woman looked like a man, but she was so basically what she was saying is that I don't know if the woman was like, maybe a bisexual or whatever her sex was, but it was a lady who maybe, she had a shortcut, which just pretty much told us she had a shortcut. But what Brooke was doing is basically saying she looked like a boy. And I felt like her behavior was just too much to even watch. I mean, I say this all the time. It seems like the prettier people are, the dumber they are. And it just seems like they have rocks for brains, because the way that she acted, now I get it. She was highly upset that she was called out. But girl, you acted like a whole 2-year-old. And it really reminded me of Evelyn running across the table. And I just feel like, Brooke is definitely unhinged. She's unhinged on 10. And I feel like she's definitely Evelyn's puppet. And of course, you guys got to let me know what you all think in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.